Hey everyone. I guess while we wait, I may as well just chat and talk about Phantom a little bit and maybe a little bit by myself, so we're not just all sitting here in silence. So my name's Sam. I'm here, head of BD here at the Phantom Foundation, and mainly my day-to-day roles are helping projects deploy and get integrated within the Phantom ecosystem. So it's been a crazy couple of years working at Phantom. I mean, we've had a massive, I guess, push of momentum on our network this last year, especially. One of the cool things I've been noticing about the Phantom ecosystem is the transactions on a daily basis. So that's we're maintaining around 700,000 to 900,000 daily transactions, which is something if we compare that to Ethereum, which has roughly around a million a day. We're not too far behind something like that, which is super cool to see. So we're not just some sort of ghost chain that a lot of I'd say other layer ones may be. So seeing that kind of development and progress within our network and the stickiness of our developers is something that's super unique. And that's something that I've just recently been super excited about and thought I would share today while we wait. So yeah, I mean, if anyone has any projects or help with a project that they would like to deploy on the Phantom ecosystem, I'm pretty open and always happy to chat. So if you'd like any help, feel free to email the foundation at info@phantom.foundation. And I'm happy to help out and chat with you about, deploying on Phantom, where all the tools are, or who to speak to, or help integrating with other projects. Always happy to help. So just thought I'd plug that in here while we wait for the other speakers. If you need any help at all, feel free to email that address and I'll help you integrate and deploy.
Uh, okay, so I think all our speakers have joined today. Hi, everybody. I hope you guys can hear me. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to today's Twitter Spaces. I'm Palak signing on behalf of the Frontier team, and I'll be your host for this session. Today, we are going to talk about the opportunities in the Phantom ecosystem. Let me introduce everyone to our speakers today. So, the first speaker is our very own Ravindra Kumar, the founder and CEO of Frontier. Welcome, Ravindra. So glad to have you here.
Great to be here. Yeah.
Yeah. We are also thrilled to have with us today Sam Harcourt, who is the head of business development at Phantom. Thank you so much for joining us today, Sam. I'm sure everybody here is very excited to hear from our speakers today. As you all must already know, Frontier recently announced the addition of Layer 1 chain Phantom to the Frontier wallet on Android and iOS. Frontier users around the world can now experience what makes Phantom so popular, while the existing Phantom users too can track, connect, and even create their own non custodial wallets with Frontier. So, on that note, let me pass the mic to Ravindra for his opening statements and ask him something that is on everybody's mind right now. Why integrate the Phantom chain?
Yeah. First and foremost thing, okay, when it comes to Frontier, okay, like we have been the wallet who have given like more importance to DeFi. Okay. When we started way back in 2019, there was only one ecosystem, which was Ethereum. Okay, over the period of time, okay, like it was evident there has been more and more chains coming up, but like some of the chains, like even in Ethereum itself, like how Ethereum became really successful, because of one major reason, that is like the concept of DeFi Legos. Okay, when it comes, I mean, the concept of DeFi Legos, meaning like you can interact with multiple protocols in single transactions. Okay, the concept of composability. Okay, when this concept of cross chain and multi chain started, okay, like the L1s who has the similar DeFi Legos have done really well in terms of creating adoption, rather than like the L1s who doesn't have all the Legos, which is part of Ethereum. Okay, like when we like started evaluating more and more project, okay, we actually look into multiple aspects. One thing, the TVL, which also has like which gets access to number of users who are interacting with various protocols. And another thing would be like whether like uh, whether like it has all the DeFi Legos. Let's say like if average DeFi user, what are the things average DeFi user does? Okay, like average DeFi user wants to like store their assets, transfer their assets, like buy NFTs, trade their assets, and probably stake some of it. Like these are the operations. We just evaluate if particular chain has all of this. Phantom was way ahead in terms of having the DeFi Legos as part of their ecosystem, like compared to any other L2 or any other chains. Phantom had all the DeFi logos we wanted. Okay, like and also in terms of transaction fee and the adoption which we got. Okay, I don't know if I should be saying this, but Phantom also has got a lot of adoption in Southeast Asia, which actually like comes naturally to us to support. Okay, like to support users from Southeast Asia and stuff. Okay, these are the reasons why like we decided to like integrate Phantom on the first place. And even after like integrating, okay, like this might look like another wallet supporting the existing L1 chain, but we have more in the store. Okay, like it's not just another wallet. Okay, we support all the like DeFi user requirements. Okay, like be it like storing of NFTs, like probably like we are also releasing buying and selling of NFTs within the wallet, and trading your assets, and some of the staking and interacting with the top protocols, such as like all the protocols like which is part of Phantom. Okay, like based on the TVL curve, Spooky Spot, Beefy Finance, and KeyDAO on Spirit Swap. All of this can be already used within the Frontier wallet. Like we haven't done we haven't done this through a dApp browser experience. We have built a native interface for all of these existing protocols as part of Phantom.
Thanks for sharing that, Ravindra. I think that was quite insightful. To dig a little deeper into this, could you also tell us about the features that Frontier is supporting with this release?
As I mentioned, okay, like so when it comes to like adding a support to a chain for a wallet, okay, like comes up with its own challenge. The first thing is um, like building the API ecosystem, to get the to fetch the balances and transactions for users, and then like that's the basic. Okay, like just having like assets and transactions. Okay, like first feature which we support is storing and transferring of assets. Okay, then the next feature comes up is the like trading. Okay, like trading has been the most used feature at Frontier application. Okay, like we have like we do process really good volume in terms of trading. Okay, we support trading, we support storing and receiving assets and transferring of assets, and as well as we also support, okay, like NFT weaving. Okay, I don't see, I have not experienced any other wallets who support NFT support for Phantom. Okay, like we were the first one to support NFT weaving. Like we as when we say we support NFTs, we don't support just the JPEGs or PNG like art. Okay, we also support audio, video NFTs, as well as all the different kinds of NFTs. Okay, like we support all of it, and we have a preview for NFTs for audio, video as well for at the Phantom network for the Phantom network.
Right, right. Okay,
Yes.
I'm sure these features would be very exciting for all Frontier and Phantom users. So over to you, Sam. Please share your opening thoughts and also tell us how Phantom has recently impressed many with significant activity on chain, and what do you see as the reason for protocols and users increasingly choosing Phantom?
Hi, yeah, thanks, Emma, and it's great to talk here today with everybody. So, Fandom offers, I think, one of the core reasons for the activity on our network, which I mentioned before, it's ranging from that 700k to 900k daily transactions. So, obviously, quite a significant, activity on chain. And this is because, well, what I believe is because we offer a fast and familiar user environment with all the same tools and libraries that you would have building on ETH, such as Web3.js. So we are 100% EVM compatible without the crazy high fees and on a much faster infrastructure. So if you're a developer, this gives you more range of the types of applications that you can build, more room to grow as they move along their adoption curve, making sure that users' transactions when interacting with the applications that they're building are fast and quick. So I think it's kind of a mutually beneficial arrangement where we provide, I think, one of the, I'm biased here, but some of the best tech stacks for blockchain infrastructure for developers, and in return they build amazing projects and protocols on our network. So it's kind of been great to see this last year, and the momentum that we have now is creating another positive feedback loop where even in this, I guess what we have is a bear market at the moment. That's this consensus, and I think we all feel it in some way or another. But even with this kind of macro negative sentiment, we still have a very large amount of projects seeking to deploy on us and asking us, how to deploy, such as this great wallet here, so Frontier. So I mean, it's just been a really positive experience, even in these trying macroeconomic times, and it's I don't see it stopping anytime soon.
So I was saying, I think that makes sense. And honestly, with all the features and offerings that you just mentioned, it is very natural for people to be drawn towards Phantom. So, what are the plans that Phantom has for the growing user base, and how do mobile wallets like Frontier figure in those particular plans?
Sure. I think Frontier is great. I mean, having that mobile access is such a leap forward to user distribution. I was actually looking up the stats before this call, and there's around 1 billion mobiles sold every year. So even to tap into a very, very small percentage of that market is a significant milestone. So the fact that you guys are, taking advantage of natural synergy in the mobile market, and giving them access to Phantom's ecosystem, whether it's through the DeFi aspect or the NFTs. I think the Frontier wallet is a great way to help boost both users and projects exposure.
Okay, got it. Very interesting. I think I'll get back to Ravindra here. Ravindra, what is planned next for Frontier?
Yeah, so before I uh, get into the question, what Palak asked, plans for Frontier on Phantom, I'd like to continue what Sam said regarding like tapping into emerging markets, billion mobiles sold every day. Okay, so like we have been like focusing more on emerging markets. Okay, like I know the fact um, um, I know the fact like we Phantom has been really great. We are getting more and more ecosystem being like migrated to Phantom and also being deployed on multiple chains. For example, Finance, they actually started in they started their protocol in BAC, and then they moved on to Phantom. They have also deployed in a few other like chains, but like it works really well, okay, in terms of user experience and with the small transactions and stuff. Okay, at the same time, like when you look into emerging markets, okay, if you take the example of India, okay, we have access to internet and mobile. Okay, like we have a really big population, and the average age of Indians is 29, and almost 95 percentage of these people have access to mobile and internet. So building like to build a like mainstream adoption in a place like Southeast Asia, like Phantom will play a really big role. Okay, because of the low transaction fee, and there are definitely some of the roadblocks. Okay, like something like something like we there is no way to like get the on ramp for directly to Phantom. Okay, like we this was the blocker which we face. Like we are actually working on it right now. Okay, the most of the on ramp solution which is currently working, they mostly support Ethereum and then ask users to bridge their assets to Phantom, etc. We're trying to build those. Okay, in terms of what are the things which we have planned, okay, like for the upcoming months at Phantom, um, like we want to take a like bottom up approach. Okay, like where like we will go back to like protocols. The first thing is to have an infrastructure to use Phantom network within the wallet. Now, like we'll have to, like we'll go back to the numbers. Okay, based on TVL, we'll start adding support for like more and more dApps based on the TVL and the user request. Okay, let's say just other day, like there was a lot of requests to add support for QI DAO. Okay, and then there was a request to add support for YN Finance. So like when there is more and more requests we get from our users, like we ship those protocols. So basically the next couple of months, okay, like next couple of months, we want to increase the on ramp like coverage for Phantom network, as well as we want to add more support for more protocols.
Uh, I mean, I think that's very valid. On ramp in emerging markets would be quite exciting. I'm sure the audience will be eager to catch more Phantom updates from Frontier. Okay, so back to you, Sam. Can you tell us about the native, token and how the community is planning on using it?
Sure. So Phantom token, it's a coin, for the more technical speak, but it's used through four main use cases, I guess. The first one is staking, so securing the network, and that's always been the case. The second one would be, participating in on-chain governance, so getting involved with the direction of how the network is growing. And then I'd say it's also used for obviously paying gas on the Phantom network, as well as it can be used as payments, since it's quite fast and secure. So I mean, it's not really changing too much, as it has been over the last 2 years since our launch, in December 2019. But yeah, I think all those points are quite they will pertain to the Phantom token.
Okay, so final thought, Consensus 2022 event is coming up soon. So can you tell us what it is about and how can users participate in it?
Sure. Well, I don't work at Consensus, but I know what it is. So Consensus is a Web3 based festival showcase, that's held in Austin, Texas, in the United States. I believe it runs from the 9th to the 12th of June. We actually have Mike Kong, our CEO, attending, and he'll be discussing, Phantom's story, as emerging as one of the biggest layer ones out there. Also, with a particular focus, he'll probably highlight, the underlying technology and the improvements that we're making over the next 12 months, quote unquote, the Phantom Virtual Machine and all of its updates. As well as some other members from the foundation actually will be attending, like Juan and Nick, head of our marketing and head of socials. So I'd highly suggest to check out the Consensus website and see how to get involved, and see some of the guys from the foundation talking. I think actually some protocols are going as well, like Scream and Oath. So that's going to be cool to see them talk and more about what they're building on.
Thanks for sharing that, Sam. I'm sure the audience would love to learn more from Michael at Consensus. Before we wrap up, Ravindra, do you have any final thoughts?
Yeah, like I'll be like at the Consensus as well. Like I'll be like meeting the Phantom team in person. So the final thoughts, okay, like at Frontier, like we would like to add like more and more support to Phantom ecosystem. Like as I said, okay, more protocol support and on ramp solution, and like as Sam said, there is a use case of Phantom token for a payment, as a payment method. Okay, like even that is one of the use case we can try to explore. Like trying to build, we can probably build an ecosystem where like Frontier Wallet can be a client, and the merchant backend where users can do like payments through Phantom ecosystem. Okay, that's a really good use case.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that, Ravindra.
Yeah.
I think this was a very interesting discussion. Thank you so much, Ravindra and Sam, for letting us in on all the exciting developments at Frontier and Phantom. We will be sharing this space on the Frontier YouTube channel soon, so people can go back and refer to it. And in the meanwhile, head on over to the updated Frontier app on Android and iOS and enjoy the Phantom experience. Anybody and everybody can also join the Frontier community for the latest updates and news on our Discord and Telegram channels. Links of which are in the Frontier website. We hope that you all enjoy your front seat to DeFi with Frontier. Thank you all for tuning into the session again. Goodbye.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks, guys.